Speaker number 2, Janet Zhou. Janet J. Zhou, as she is affectionately known, is a professional and career-driven mother of four. She is the country manager Zimbabwe or Regional Economic Justice Lead at Southern Africa Trust. She embarked on her health and fitness journey in 2009 after she had a stillbirth due to hypertension. When she started the journey, she weighed a whopping 94 kgs. Throughout her journey, she has lost over 30 kgs and has managed to maintain her goal since 2011. She believes in the movement of the body and healthy eating. She lives inspiring others to eat healthy and runs her healthy brand shop in Harare called Eat in Health. She has coached other women on healthy eating and exercise using foods and equipment readily available in our homes.
Alright, your journey. I love your journey. I always talk about it when you are not there, and I always say X. I never mentioned the name, but now the X finally got here. So now I'll ask the X who's called Janet. So solve X, you want 0 plus X equals, yeah. So now, let's see, solve the interval code. He said you used to be 94 kg, right? Okay, so I saw her 94 kg. I just want to ask you a few questions today about your journey. I mean, which about your journey from my point of view. Some of them might not be true. Like, what parts did those women around the some of books, those you got a lot of those books. Tell me about those books.
Yes, exactly. I bought those books and I actually still buy them. I still get those books to buy for my inspiration. And maybe it also came from, at one time I was in SDA. And so I understood about healthy living, right? The way that they teach. And using your herbs and your vegetables as your primary food or your primary fuel. And for me, those books would be my inspiration. But it was also connecting with the community. Because I think on the journey to being health, you need a community. And you can decide who that community is going to be. And for me, the books from those ladies were my community because I needed that. I didn't know a lot of things. Like I said, I was so ignorant about what food does to my body, which food groups do what to my body. So I needed that community, and that community probably also came through the books that I would read to understand, which is why now I even I've done some like meal planning for people that are like in my group or that come in that are serious. So I do the meal plan for them. So what's your goal? We get to understand. I do the meal plan. I run a little health shop. I even do packages to say, some of them say, okay, can you do them a pack for me in terms of all these things, so we can start from breakfast, from lunch, whatever of what I have. We do the pack and they do. So you need then we exercise the movement to eat that we have. I can do that from the reading. I think that has been very helpful in terms of my consciousness and knowledge building for me to be on the journey, especially on the food. Then on the exercise, the coaching that I did through the gym helped me in terms of training correctly. So I also don't hurt myself. The issues that probably we didn't touch, like you can overtrain, you can also train while you are in bed form and hurt yourself, your joints, and all that. So you need to be very conscious, which is why I'm confident, it's also through reading books, I'm confident that we can teach each other in a safe way. So it's about being safe in how you eat, it's about being safe in how you train as well. So that's how those books and that community built me and ensured that I remain on track.
Then now we go to the stillbirth that you talked about. I don't know whether I remember correctly or I don't know, sometimes you say, you think this is what happened. When you went to the doctor after like telling you today, you have hypertension there, and did the doctor say you should not ever try to have a child again, otherwise the hypertension will kill you or something?
They didn't, the doctor didn't. But I remember during that period of my pregnancy, this at the time I went, I think then I was now way over the 90. Probably I was in my 100s or something. But I went for my checkup, and I went on the scale. I can't quite remember, but it was 400 or not, I don't know, somewhere. Like I told you my diet, what it was like. And Dr. He said he was shocked by the weight gain. And I think he said it was a thought that was vocalized, it didn't mean to. But anyway, we left it as it was. The next visit I went, we couldn't find the heartbeat. This is how we actually found out that the baby, that I didn't feel anything, like there was nothing. I just went like for my normal visit and nothing.
Sent me to Mrs. Spanda for a scan. And I opened, she did. You know Mrs. Spanda, I don't know if she's still there. She's still there, right? She's a pleasant lady. She will be showing you and all, but this time she was just finish what gave me. Let me just check. I checked and saw that it was actually negative. I went back to Dr. Barus. He explained to me what had happened, and what I knew. He didn't really say that I can't have babies or I need to deal with anything, but I knew from the shock that he had about my weight that he suspected, or he just knew that if we don't deal with us, this is what is going to happen. And I attribute it to that, I can't call it recklessness, but to that ignorance that I didn't know what I have to do, the alertness that I have to put in, that I had to put into it. When it comes to what I eat, when it comes into exercise. Then when I got pregnant again, I was actually exercising. I was pregnant and exercising and eating healthy. Yes, and why I started reading about it, how do I do certain exercises in my pregnancy, what are the benefits, of course to maintain and to keep the hypertension at bay, but also so that when I give birth, I can easily come back to my weight. So all my pregnancies that kind of followed, I then just had to do that. I would exercise to almost the end. Walks that we're talking about, it's not like I'm lifting weights 70 pounds. Walks, try learn to swim and all those things to at least maintain the weight. Oh, the other interesting things that you said, are you living to eat or are you eating to live? Are you eating? Those are interesting questions. Living to eat or eating to live? And then how did you reset mentally? Resetting mentally. Talk about resetting mentally.
I think there's always a wake-up call. I wish if everyone could get their wake-up call, either by being sick or I don't wish anyone, God forbid. But I think there are circumstances and situations that will make you have to reset. They'll have to force you to reset. It could be an illness, it could be a stillbirth, it could be you failing to run the mile that you wanted to run. I think there's something that has to happen that makes you think you need to do something, and there's a mindset shift that you need to do, and you need to really be prepared mentally for it. So I think it really takes those kind of events, but it can also just, like I was pleading with people, like it can just take that, I don't want this this weight I'm carrying. It's too heavy. I don't want to lie to you. You will look better and nicer in smaller size clothes. And I've been probably it's just part of it, just to say, you know what, when you just go for that size 32 or that size 44, 2 sizes what you are now, there's just some shape that there's just this beautiful body that you have painted in that place. So I think you can just say, I just want to look good in my clothes. And it can give you that mental shift. I'm just tired of not finding my size. I just want to have my size. I just get in a shop, I know I'm going to get the clothes that I want. I'm not going to go to the plus size. You still look elegant, you still look like you could be even better. It's striving for being better. All the things that we are talking about and that we do, when we wake up every day is to be better than we were yesterday. We spoke about it in the competition. It's not competing to be normal, it's not competing to be checked. It's competing with yourself to be better than what you were yesterday. If you just think of that, you can give yourself that mindset. You can prepare yourself mentally that I can't be the same old. I can't be the same old. I need to change if I'm going to be better. And the areas of being a better person come in different ways. And part of it is how you live your life, is the issues around the levels of your health, the levels of your fitness, and the many other things that you do. I think that should be the inspiration, that I want to be better than I was yesterday. If I couldn't, if I wasn't, this is why I was talking about the little changes that people are going to make. And I'm going to use those as an example. I have a driveway that I'm not making use of, as an example. So for me to be better than just yesterday, I'm going to walk probably half of it, or all of it. Then the following month, why won't I run half of it and walk half of it? And I'm better. The next time, why can't I just run the whole drive? The next time is, let me do 2. You keep on challenging yourself, and it gives you the reason to live. I have read some books where people have lived because they had a reason to live, because you're looking forward to something. It's also part of, it's actually a research that was done in terms of why people live long. I think it was actually looking at men and women, and in terms of, you know that in most cases, women live longer than men. You know that, right? In terms of life expectancy. And then the lifestyles of women were looked at, and why they would live longer. Part of it is looking forward to being better. The caring nature that we have, that I want to continue to be in this space and to take care of this and this, so they live longer. The faith that they have, just going to church and getting those verses that say that you live longer, a good man lives longer. God satisfies them with long life. The faith. So there were various reasons that we attributed to why women live longer. Of course, our lifestyles, many of women drink, smoke, and all that. So we have all this research that actually shows that we, as women, we are already living longer than men. So we need to be better as well every day.
Okay, so I know this is it's very inspiring that Kamala Mom is very inspiring to Janet after losing that baby. Sometimes when we have a setback, you have to give her up on life. But she went on and had 4, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And I think the 4th she wasn't even expecting. That it was a 2 kind of baby.
Like the last 2 they're actually Irish twins.
Yes.
2017 and 28.
Yeah. Alright, so Janet is also a career woman. So what part has healthy living played in your career? Because I mean, she was my boss all the time when I was employed. But she was also my boss in different capacities. She was rising in our organization. What part did healthy living, was it healthy living that played the part of?
Yes, thank you for this, Mama. And definitely it was the healthy living part, made a contribution. And on this bit, I want to talk about the energy. When I was at my max in terms of when I was always tired, I don't think I would have read, I don't think I would have ran the race the way I then ran it. Because I was always sluggish and tired. You know, after eating, your body, when you wake up after digesting all that food, it's just tired. I was always tired. Exercise clarified my mind. Like I said, it really made my mental game go up. Because I had the energy, I was feeling fit, probably less of the sickness, but it improved my agility. That's physically, but also mentally. Because with exercise, the benefits are not just physical. I hope this was also very clear. Because we're talking about success and becoming, and this being part of the broader things we are talking about. It's not just the physical. It's not just probably your immune system is boosted, you're at a healthy weight and all that. It also clarifies your mind. It does. So you can read, you can learn, you can absorb more. You see, we say exercise, it starts with the mental, right? Or healthy living. Actually, you need to be determined mentally that I'm going to start doing this. And I think, if you can have discipline to exercise every day, or discipline to live a buffet and not take everything, you can have discipline to read. It cascades to all things, areas of your life. If you're someone who lacks discipline, it's part of it, and I always tell it to people that if you can't have discipline about food, things like food, what are you going to be disciplined about? If you exercise, if you can build that discipline, you can be disciplined to read. You have done it yourself, no matter you did how many degrees when we were so it also comes with the mental agility, it comes with the mental clarity, it comes with an energy, the drive that you have when you are at your healthy self increases and improves, and I think it really played a big role. And the discipline that you apply in this area, it also spills over to the other areas. You will not just want to succeed in being healthy and not succeed in the other areas of your life. So it does contribute to career development and career building, and because it's a whole, we are we are a whole people. We are wholesome in who we are. We are not just one part. So as we move one piece, we are moving as well the other pieces. This is what I have learned.
Talking about degrees, I met you when, was it 3 years ago, you had started a law degree from scratch?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me how far you've gone and why did you do that?
I'm in my final year now. I'm in my final year. I should be finishing in May 2025. And I just decided, I was also actually sharing, and I always share that, you know, the way we do and so how we wanted to go into litigation and all that. And when we're looking for lawyers around economic justice issues, financial crimes and Zimbabwe, it's very difficult to actually litigate on those issues. So I was like, why don't I try and do this? Because I understand the advocacy. Maybe I can't explain to the lawyers what exactly we want, you know? So maybe I can just do this and see how far I can go with it, and maybe I can make use of it in my area of work, just to have that good legal analysis. We also do, as you know, a lot of legal analysis of some of the policies, government actions, and all that. And I thought it was just one piece. Tabo Beki, as Leonard is he once said, the only deficit I have is that I don't have a law degree. So I said, probably that's the only deficit I don't have. The deficit I have.
Okay, thank you very much, Janet, for coming to Success Talk with Noma. That was Janet Zhou, and Joe, I didn't ask that question, and you've landed what we call in civic society a nice retirement job. Tell me about your new nice retirement job.
Thank you, Noma. Yes, so I just recently moved. I moved to Southern Africa Trust, and it's still the same space, but I think I'm not in. So the front lines of the struggle in Zimbabwe is very exhausting. It takes a lot of energy. It needs a lot of energy. Like I told you, I needed to exercise and to enjoy nicely. But you also need to know when it's time to retreat and support the struggle from the work from another stage. So I joined Southern Africa Trust as the country manager, and also the regional economic justice lead. So I handle the portfolio on the economic justice in the region. And the exciting thing and why I like this space is we want really to drive around the issue of the K economy and support partners, women in advocating for K economies in the region in Southern Africa, because women do a lot of unpaid care work, domestic work and all that. We want to build that conversation. So it's a nice retirement job because I just support the frontliners, give them solidarity and support. I work from home, so I can do my school runs. I can go for tea and coffee. I'm aiming to be elegant, and my elegance is going to perfume shops, for coffee and tea, nice restaurants, and being on Instagram, checking what's going on. While I do my work, because now I just focus on my deliverables. I'm not in the office where people are expecting to see me sitting there. I just work on what I have to deliver. So I like it that it gives a space of flexibility. Right now I'm here. Still, it goes on, it goes on. What I have to deliver, I will deliver or I've already delivered for the day. So it's a good space. I like it. And I hope that we will also work with WG, partner and collaborate in so many ways. What some of the people have come to do here is part of what we work on in the portfolio around economic justice, building women's economies like this, but also the K economy, most of the work that they did. Like the person I asked, who prepares food at home, who does this, but this wasn't recognized. How do we begin to make it recognizable? Because before they roast or go to the market, they first have to cook. But their male counterparts can actually afford to go at 5 a.m. So they will make more money. Then zero. When they want tips, they want the same tips for a woman's business. A woman who starts at 10 a.m. against a man who started at 5 a.m. Those kind of things of saying, how do we build our tax policy to be favorable as an example, to acknowledge the disparities that we have and all these things. So I'm very excited about it, and I hope that will continue to work.
Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you so much. For Janet. Let's get ready for Janet. I'm also making some tea and and Janet, we just before lunch. Could be a healthy evening. When I'm at the same lunch, if you talk about junkie, you have any different $50 to send me in Peter.